Welcome to Culture Club. But we say what we mean. Bold and blunt in the room, you know what it is. Lights on, cameras up. Everybody got a view. We don't fake for the likes. We just speak what's true. Pull up, take your seat. It might get real tonight. If you brought your opinion.
What's going on, world? Thank you guys for tuning in to ACTVPLUS here on YouTube, the second place in the World Wide Web where we adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to Culture Club, where we spell club with two B's because we like to be bold and blunt. Like we do on every episode, we are going to reintroduce ourselves from our right to our left. Say your name and do you suck toes? Oh.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Megabody, and technically, I do, but I don't. I have licked boyfriend's toes once or twice.
Talk to the mic.
That acts, but no, toes are not my thing.
All right, sir.
Hey guys, my name is Chris. I'm everywhere at Enviro, bro. Do I suck toes? Yes, if they are clean, like fresh out the shower.
All right. What's going on, world? I am Wes, and no.
So everybody, it's TYRICE Gym Shoes. I'm not like into feet, but I would, especially if they pretty. And I'm like, yeah, I would.
This is your boy Kellington. I do not actively suck toes, but I have in the past. They have to be very small and petite and pretty and clean.
Fred, the way you say it, like,
I'm saying it have to be like really small.
Yeah.
Like mostly it's been women feet that I've sucked.
I'm gonna say, man, like,
Yeah, but I've had a little.
you don't like a nice man foot.
No, man, no big ass feet. I'm good.
I got a big mouth.
My name is King, and no, I stop at the ankles.
Come on, stopping at the ankles. I had said on the prior episode, I'm gonna say it every beginning episode.
What's up?
Gay people are not monolithic. We all have our own voice. We all speak to certain things differently. Okay. And we all pride ourselves in being bold and blunt as best as we can be and as best as we want to be. We respect all, and we ask for respect in return. We had some choice comments over the last couple of episodes, so I was like, every episode I'm gonna speak on that. Calm down in the comments. It's okay because we're on the comment section. I think you had a hater in one of the last episodes. They just did not like you at all, and I'm like, what is going on? But it's okay, right? Because we it's okay. But we ask for respect. That's all I'm gonna say to that. These are the comments from the last episode. We were talking about OnlyFans and the scam of it all, or not the scam of it all. That was episode 507. Real Chris K says, I feel no one can tell anyone how to run their business, and that's that. I feel and that's what I feel OnlyFans is. As the consumer, you have the choice to support or take your money elsewhere. As a person on the outside looking in, I feel that they are selling a fantasy, unlike the days of the CDs. I feel people do feel more of a connection now that you can actually interact with the creators. And I don't feel that you lose the fantasy with that, because most of us already know many different kinds of creators personally, and we still watch because they are doing something openly that most of us wouldn't do, might not have the opportunity to do, or would do and would want a soul to know about it, and wouldn't want a soul to know about it. Chris, can you read the center column for me?
Sure. The first one. At first, these two were giving. They wanted one another. When they hung out, now there's tension between the two. Mind you, the dude with the ponytail recently single after the hangout. They either effed, have sexual tension, or someone got rejected. Shit about to hit the fan. The tea is brewing. But go, you know what? That's that person that was hating on me. That Darren Image guy.
and I don't know if this pertains to me.
It is. It's you and Trip.
Me and Trip. Y'all,
You sure you're not the one that wrote it?
me and Trip have not had sex. That's my good bro. That's the homie. I love Trip. There is no tension there. Stop with these dumb comments.
All right. Megabody, can you read the next one? Center.
I can really relate to West's perspective. He really critically thinks it's he critically thinks, and it's thoroughly about who he is in life, how he navigates through it, and how it can be impacted. It can impact him as a person. I am single as well, and I enjoy it, but now I choose to seek someone to share new experiences with on our life journey. Now only is perfect and shouldn't pretend to be, but it's the way you show up and be intentional about what love looks like to you and how you choose to shape it. Nothing worth fighting for is easy. You must put in the work in anything you do.
Gym Shoes, can you read the right column?
Sure, we are all adults. We have other priorities like paying bills, eating, and shit like that, right? Everyone needs to grow up because we came in this world alone and we're going to die alone. We need to find hobbies and learn to be independent emotionally. We can't expect anyone to give us everything. If they help, it's cool and kind for them to do. But certain situations we get ourselves in, and we had to get ourselves out. It was a lot of good advice on him. I don't know who you're talking about, though.
All right. I am Giovanni. If you have a planned agenda going into a relationship, it's never going to work. Okay, interesting. I've been single for a while, and if you are not going to build together as a team, then I don't need you. It's unfortunate that most guys want to take from you rather than help each other. King, can you read any of the columns if you can see them?
Yeah, I'm gonna read on this side. The intro question regarding fat and femmes, the original question was hoping that someone of that persuasion was a part of the specific conversation that is not,
No, go ahead.
And not on the show in general. The part of the convo swayed away from the point of the question was specifically for that episode.
Interesting. I'll speak to that real quick. We could talk about drag queens and not be drag queens. We could talk about trans and not be trans. We could talk about black women and not be black women. We could talk about white men and not be white men. We could talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about, because just like you, everyone has an opinion. That's okay. This cast is so sex positive. We try to be. I don't think OnlyFans prices are a scam because you have a choice to pay or not. It's only a scam if what they offered is not what you see. Being a voyeur, the times I've subscribed to OnlyFans and Just for Fans, it was following the content creators from their X page, and the content was the full version of what the clips were on X, and one price fee got you access to the entire page, unless it was like SHERROD said, a really special or hour-long vid. The tops one kept me for 6 months stretches because as they added videos regularly out, you have access to the library of content. Very nice work. No games, scams, or paywalls. I love SHERROD's voice, so attractive. I would love to pose this question. Being who you guys are as content creators, influencers, etc., where do you find your person? You all have mentioned fans being at arm's length, but how or what does one do for you accept them as a potential person of interest? Go ahead.
I want to say, don't come up to me acting like a fan. I'm a human person. I have feelings. I have thoughts. If you are confident, then shoot your shot. But I think it's okay to give someone a compliment, but when you go overboard and you kind of have these comments that make a person feel like, oh, they doing the most, I think that you get put in that box of a fan. Example, oh my God, I just love your body. And then every time I talk to you, I'm saying that over and over and over again. It gets to be annoying. We're human. We have more than just our bodies, or more than just your D size, or People are more than what you guys see. And you have to be smart enough to know that.
It's been an interesting process. I've realized, I've spoken on the show before. that I have two vices with the gay community. Some gay men don't like that I have a character that I play called Mona Simone, so they think that I'm trans, they think that I'm a drag queen, so I've dealt with that. And then I've dealt with people not being accepting or not understanding the whole process of OnlyFans, which I don't do anymore, but I still make money off of it, so it's floating around. Interestingly enough, though, I did find someone who could look beyond all of that and has looked beyond all of that for like the last 5 months now. And I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing into anything. But the fact that he's able to see the beauty in me outside of what y'all think or what y'all may feel or whatever, what y'all see has been a blessing, because real grown, mature individuals do exist out here. And if you are doing OnlyFans or just for fans or whatever, and you're finding it difficult to find a person, they do exist. You just got to find them. All right. Thank y'all for your comments, but I want to boast a little bit because westernfriends.com is the best Black travel gay website for you to find something to do with some friends or meet some new friends. And I'm talking about me because I'm Wes and I'm bringing my friends along with me. That's why it's called westernfriends.com. Beeman World Series Punta Cana 2027, May 13th to the 17th, 2027. I need y'all to go to that page on westernfriends.com. It's the resort page. It's an all-inclusive resort in Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. It's luxury because I only do luxury. And guess what? You only need $100 down to secure your spot, and then you can pay it off until March 2027. Don't be a late bloomer. Get into it.
Question.
I'm not done.
You don't need a passport for that cruise either.
Correct. New this November, cabin retreat, November 12th to the 16th. The first cabin retreat that we had was successful. But you know, some of my people that went on the first one were asking about a clothing optional situation. I like to provide to my community, and that's what this is going to be. Right now, we have about 5 people going. And so you should definitely come. It's clothing optional. You don't have to be walking around naked, and there's going to be clothing optional areas within the retreat. Every area you can't walk around naked. So definitely come and have a good time.
Yeah, and not the other come. But I will be cooking as well on this cabin trip, and the food is going to be amazing. And I will not be cooking nude.
We're very sanitary on here.
Yeah, so,
and for those of you that have questions, because I know you do, just go to the website, go to the cabin tab, and read. It's all out there, okay?
Have you ever been to a nude situation?
No, that's why I like to run my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have hopes and dreams that one day somebody will create an event for Black gay people to come. I'm gonna create the event for Black gay people to come, and it's not gonna be the stereotype, because at the first cabin trip it wasn't an F trip. I know a lot of y'all stuck in y'all ignorant minds and don't like to explore and don't know, and y'all think, you know, gay people are monolithic and only one way, but that's not the case. Him and I were on the cruise, and it was no. And I mean, I don't know what he did in his room, but I didn't do anything in my room. And when you walked out into the living room, you didn't see ass up, a booty butt. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
You do anything in your room?
I didn't do any sex. No sex for me.
Yes, come on. It was a fun, legit time. Okay. And the Halloween trip on Virgin Voyages, we taking over October 31st, November 5th. Again, go to westernfriends.com for your gay travel. All right. Moving right along. Wardrobe theme for today is all black, like the Omen. Okay. Check it out. You see everybody is in all black. Can you grab that for me real quick?
I look good too.
I don't know if that's the food or not. Episode 511, the main topic is why are people addicted to humiliation online? Let's get into it. Before we get into it, we have 2 people here that I feel have some talking to do or some explaining to do or just to get something off their chest. We'll start with King. King, you have just started a new venture. Speak to the people.
Oh yeah, I was like, what you guys? What I do now? What's going on? Yeah, I'm really excited. As you see on my hat, I got Tazway Kitchen. It's a new restaurant in College Park on Main Street, 3737 Main Street to be exact, right across from the Martis train station. We have Asian and American cuisine, so we have like fried rice, lo mein. We also have burgers, chicken, fried chicken. We have it all. It's really good. It's really, really good food. make sure y'all come out. Like, come support a gay black business.
Yeah.
Gay black. Okay. So I like to ask questions, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't want to assume, right? So is it a sit-in, dine-in space?
So yes, you can sit in and dine in, but it's more of a takeout, carry out. It's more of the fly-by customers, because we are by the train station. I want people to be like, oh, I'm waiting for my train. Let me go get some wings. Let me go get some fries.
Okay.
There's a lot of businesses out there, so lunch breaks and stuff like that. Yeah. In that area is a lot of sit-down reservation type places like Nouveau, Tom, Dick, and Hanks, and all of that stuff like that. So I wanted another option. It should have been another option there, so that the people that can just come and go, you don't have to feel like you have to get dressed up. You don't have to just come in, get some food, and chill.
Okay.
And there will be a bar there in about another 2 weeks or so. So you can also get your drink on.
Now, I must say, I did go online, and I can't wait to try the food. The food looks absolutely amazing. What I absolutely loved about the place as far as the advertising is the kiosk. You got to tell these people about the kiosk. It is amazing.
Yeah, so it is a self-serve kiosk. You can't come to the register, of course, and order, but it is a self-sustaining kiosk. There's a two-sided kiosk where the menu is bold and loud in your face. It's touchscreen. You can touch it, order it. You don't have to deal with nobody. I know a lot of people just want to come, don't want to deal with people. They don't want to have to deal with long lines and stuff like that. So while people are at the register, you can come, order your food, and keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no servers or anything. We do have runners though, so we would have people coming running if you are sitting down and stuff, come in from the kitchen to your table and stuff like that, so that we can accommodate your needs and make you as comfortable as possible.
Is there parking?
There is parking. So we have front parking on Main Street, but we have a back parking lot as well. That's off of Harvard.
Okay.
And one more thing, what's the hours?
My hours are 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Oh, that's very nice.
From what day?
And soon to change, because with my bar, a lot of places out there close at 12. So my notion is, while everyone else is closing, they could just come over there and finish up drinking and eating.
What made you wanna open this up? Is you and a couple other people?
Other people, yeah. They came to me with the venture, and I've been in this field, the beverage, food and dining field, for maybe like 21, 22 years. I do consult with a lot of different places and stuff like that to get things started. So they just asked me to join in, and I believed in the vision. I see the thing, and I know my expertise. I know what I can do. So,
And are y'all hiring?
yes, we actually are.
Okay. Where is that?
It's in College Park on Main Street, 3737 Main Street, to be exact. But we are hiring. I am looking for another cook and 2 runners. So yeah, hit me up.
Okay. And the other person that I was talking about, I see y'all went left. He thought I was talking about something negative. I just want him to speak his business. But the other person I was talking about was Chris. Chris came on the show and gave a great, a nice perspective on things, and he had a hater in the comments. That's cool, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is what he brought to our attention when he was on the Monique special or whatever. He was in the audience, and Monique started off by saying some choice words, and so we put that episode out. And tell him what happened.
It kind of went viral a bit, and everybody had their own comments and opinions about it, which is fine. But Monique's assistant, I think he's her assistant, the gay guy that does the workout videos with her.
Dwight. Dwight.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
I can't. No, I just that wasn't Shay. I just can't think of his name. Whoa. He reached out to me and basically said that he was there that night. And that he did not feel like the crowd was upset about it, and that I could not hold her basically to account because she's 59, so she's from a different generation.
So, I'm sorry, for us that don't know what was said, what actually happened.
So the last time I was here, we were talking about being able to take a joke, as in comedians saying whatever they want to say, and should we just take it because they're comedians? This was either 2019, 2020, and I had taken a guy that I was dating at that time to a Monique comedy special. It was like her comeback
Okay.
tour, you know, after
Yeah, I
Black
saw that
Ball.
thing. Yeah.
So she had a show in Atlanta, and I'd always loved Monique, right? So I got us tickets, and I got us like the front row tickets, right? Like maybe like the row behind the front row, but they were really good tickets. And she came out and she was doing her thing, and she looked over at me and him and said, "Look at the fags." She said that. Do I remember the whole joke? No. But I remember her saying, "Look at the fags," right?
Oh, wow.
And she was talking about him and I. And she said it in jest. She said it as a joke. And I did not laugh. And this was recorded. This was her special. And I knew that the camera was going to pan towards me. And I was like, I'm not going to laugh. I'm just going to look straight and let her know that I am displeased. Like,
Right.
I've
that
been
is
like,
not,
I didn't come here for that.
I did not come here.
crazy.
I've waited my whole life to see you as a black gay man. And the first time I see an icon, she looks at me and says,
look at you.
What was your exchange with the guy, the assistant?
okay, yeah. So he reached out to me. He was basically saying that I needed to give more context. This was 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
And he was coming to her defense, which, you know, he should. That's his person.
Okay.
He's been with her career-wise all this time. However, I gave him my opinion as well. Like, hey, thank you for defending her. Like, I would never want to tear down a black woman. That's not my thing. And me sharing this on the show was just me telling what happened to me. It wasn't me.
You got every right.
I wasn't persecuting her. I was telling what happened and telling how I felt. It hurt me. It hurt my feelings. And yes, context matters, but content matters as well. She said those words, and she said it as a joke, you know, at my detriment. Like, she didn't, first of all, she didn't know if I was actually a fag or a gay, right? She assumed, and she didn't know how, or maybe she didn't care how that would make me feel, and it didn't hurt me.
Yeah.
That was the conversation.
Do you feel like there was a resolve between you and that person?
Well, he was like, well, why didn't you reach out to her? And I was like, why wouldn't I reach out to Monique? Okay. Well, I had to process this is what I said to him. I had to process my feelings because I was conflicted because she's a comedian and and even the guy, and I shared this with y'all last time, the guy that I was with, he was laughing. Like, he was slapping his knees. He didn't see a problem with it. And we actually had an argument on the car ride back because he didn't see a problem with it. He was like, well, comedians, they make jokes, right? So in my head, I'm like, dang, am I being
You're like, we breaking up.
like, well, you know,
You so too.
I'm like, am I being dramatic? Am I taking things too personally? So I let it ride. Like, we had a whole pandemic in between then and now. So I was like, what is this guy talking about? Reach out to Monique. And I was like, no, I have not reached out to her because that wasn't the point of me even bringing it up. And I was talking about my experience. So he basically said that he wanted to set up a meeting between me and Monique.
Really?
That's what he said. That's how he ended it. And I'm like, I'm open to a conversation. It will have to be recorded.
I can imagine how
I say you better milk that.
It will have to be recorded.
I just want to say I too kind of am of that belief that, you know, in the comedic space, they should have the freedom to say certain things. However, I also think that you express your story and how it made you feel. What I would have liked for Dwight to do is when we reached out to you, just apologize.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
Hey, Monique is a comedian. However, that, you know, as being a part of her team, I apologize. To me, it's just that simple. Because you were hurt by it, and that may not have been her intent. Well, that wasn't her intent. And just keep it simple. Maybe, you know, the connecting you two could still be a thing, but I don't know that calling and defending those or making excuses. Oh, she's this age. Oh, this, or she's whatever. I don't know that is necessary.
I think it seems to me it comes from the place of where, because sometimes it's hard to find the right words to say. Like when we talk about like trans people, I don't be knowing what words to say. So sometimes when you grow up in a certain age, you think back to like what words you use. And back then, like they did use that word, that F word, like freely without, you know, hesitation. So I can understand the age that he's referring to. I can also kind of see where he's coming from as far as just a person, period, when you don't know what to say, because yeah, like I'm fluid, but I think we had a conversation about like how active are we in our community, and when I think about it, I really don't do nothing gay, you know, like that's in the community. So I don't even know if I'm really a part of the community. I just like dick. I mean, I don't. Let me
You're being silly.
You don't have to know what to talk about to then say something derogatory or say something like that. But I think it's simply two things could be true at the same time. Yes, you are a comedian. Yes, you are allowed to say and do what you please, right? Because there's some that's very vulgar and will be racist and all of that, and people laugh and stuff like that. But you are also valid in feeling hurt and disrespected. So two things could be true at the same time, right? And it's up to you now. Do you move on supporting that commentary or not? Because then you can look at it through another lens, because if you're laughing at the next joke about another situation, about another person, then you do have to kind of look at yourself and say, am I overreacting? Because if I laughed about the Jewish joke and I laughed about the fat joke, why can't we laugh about the gay joke? So that's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, you want to go first?
Go ahead.
So you're right, two things can be true at one time, but when you play with the Jews, you get burned.
I was just using that as an example.
Yeah, they don't play with you. And I think the hard part about being black and gay is that people use it as the lowest of the low. Whenever you're mad at a man, whenever you're trying to bring someone down, you use gay. And so it kind of feels like, oh, well, this is the way you think.
I agree.
It's really difficult to...
So we're leading into the topic one, public embarrassment as entertainment, and prime subject, comedians. I just feel that there's a way to go about things, and I feel like her age is not an excuse. Her time period is not an excuse. You got to keep up with the times. Like for a lot of us right now, there are millionaires being created on a weekly basis due to AI. There are so many people that are anti-AI. AI is the move. Now either you keep up with the times or you get left behind. He just talked about his restaurant having a self-serving kind of kiosk situation. That's all AI. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to keep up with the times. Monique, keep up with the times, baby.
I have a question.
Your job is you're a public figure. You should know what you should and should not be saying. And I keep promoting this guy as a comedian. His name is Mojo. I want to say Mojo Brooks. I don't know, but I know Mojo. He is hilarious, and he is hilarious because he deals with the old ways of comedy where he pokes fun at everybody. He has all his videos are online. Look up Mojo. I think it's Mojo Brooks, but look up Mojo comedian. He's talked about he's had handicapped people in front of his line, and the way he handled his comedic segment with the handicapped person was just so cool and chill, like, you know what I'm saying? He's had larger people on the thing. He's had gay people and never used the F word. But you knew doggone well what he was talking about, and it was hilarious. So there are ways to be a comedian and not, offending people. I think people that go down below the belt like that really aren't intuitive and intellectual enough to really find some other way to be comedic. And that's just my personal opinion. Boss man.
No, I feel like I've already got my question answered, but my question to you was it the word, was it faggot or?
She said fag.
Fags, was it fag? Was it that particular word? If she would have called you like the gay boys or the homosexuals, would it have been different for you? Was it that particular word that was just so derogatory that made you feel like, oh my God?
I think all of that. I think all of that. I expected to be, called out. People on the front row.
That's what I was
called out. It's happened. I've been to a Bruce show before, and he was laughing because he's like, "Oh, the skinny boy," because that's his thing. He's the fat, can't say that. And he's the bigger guy, and so he picks on the skinnier people in the audience. So I expected that. I did not expect to be called a derogatory, in my opinion, in my experience, a derogatory term based on my orientation. Her perceived. Right. Analysis of my interpretation. And I just want to say before we move on, I don't need an apology. Like that wasn't my reason to even bring this up. Like I have moved on. I see her, she showed me who she was. I believed her. I no longer support her. But I will not bash her because that's a black woman and that's not.
Well, he's funny. He is funny.
But there is, I guess this is an open-ended question, but is there room for reconciliation if you guys do meet their room?
Well, maybe Well, maybe reconciliation with the gay community, because a lot of gay black boys in the comments on TikTok and Instagram, they were flabbergasted, they were offended, and they were asking her to apologize. I never asked her to apologize.
You were just telling your story.
Yeah, I was just telling my story and my opinion. If she wants to have a conversation with me to dissect that incident and apologize to the community, absolutely. Because as she moves in love, I move in love as well. Right? Yeah.
Bless you, by the way. I heard that sneeze.
I think I can like imagine her, how she would start, baby.
My sweet baby.
My sweet baby.
That's auntie though.
My sweet baby.
And we got some problematic aunties.
We do.
Ain't that it?
They don't always intend to, but I use.
But I must say too, that word like never like really bothered me. 'Cause I don't feel like I am. So yeah, it just it's offensive. Like in that setting, that was wrong for me. But yeah, it's
Trying to get all tough.
He always call people out about their situation, and I like him.
Fuck you think you talking to like that? He's real thick in these fingers right here. Why do you want to be aggressive? Look to this straight. That was gay. Okay, shit, my bad. They suck her titties. Who that is you with? That's a lady? Type shit.
Type shit.
Hey, lady. How you doing, baby?
that's funny.
What's your name? Jericho. How long you been with her? This your first stud? Yeah. Yeah. And thick and slick. Fellas, fuck some stuff. Them bitches always want to try to be your girl, home girl, want to be a friend. They always see the things in their book bag.
Oh!
Like, I don't know why he's doing me like this. I don't know why he doing it either. No, keep talking, keep talking.
Yeah.
How long you been a stud? The whole time? You never had a boyfriend? Come on, talk to me now. I knew that pussy that way when I played. I touched your fingers.
See it.
I knew that pussy got lit, boy. I know that pussy lit down for your throat.
He's funny.
I fuck when niggas kill me more.
Oh!
Y'all got kids? You ain't got no kids? So you flexing your you a step stud daddy now.
Step stud
So
daddy.
look, somebody told me that stud got a special move. What's your special move? Tell me what you do. She took her glasses back.
Oh yeah, with it.
Tell me what you do. Stud, lick this. You steal it from the past?
Scissor.
Steal it from the past? So you like this? Huh? You gotta lay it down. Hmm? Take the left leg.
Left leg.
45 degrees.
Oh.
And then you feel it just like that.
The dildo with it on.
Good night, Houston. My name Mojo What's about
He is funny.
So shout out to Mojo.
I like him.
Funny.
But I had to like try to pull up an example. So clearly the woman was
like that.
the woman was a stud, and he didn't use derogatory words or whatever to like get his comedy off. He talked about things, and I'm pretty sure nobody here felt somewhat offended.
However, I am gonna say, honestly and truthfully speaking, I don't like to be put on the spot. So I don't know, because I've seen him call out other guys. He called the boy
he's funny.
girlfriend, everything. To me, that is too much.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I didn't come here to work or be a part of your show.
Yeah.
I came to enjoy the show.
I think
And
though-
I do understand that when you sit in those front
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing.
you are putting yourself
That's with his show definitely, because he's known for taking your phone and calling whoever the joke is about. So that's something that he's created for himself. So yeah, if you in the front row with him, he probably gonna call you out.
I think his energy is great, but I think it goes to show that when something comes from a good place, it'll be received well. So
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter what he say because it's gonna come from a good place from him. Because I've seen a lot of his stuff. He's great.
Public embarrassment as entertainment. We all love fight videos. Do we all love fight videos? No, you don't go and like the.
I watch them. I'm sorry.
I don't
love it,
like
but I
like
watch
them,
it.
but I watch it.
It's entertaining.
sad.
You can learn some things.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna go watch baddies later because I am. So
Okay.
It's a new episode on?
It is very entertaining. I do not like them because I don't want people seeing me like them, but I do watch them. And like I said, I've been watching the Baddies and Bad Boys Club.
Oh,
and listen, these people just literally they can get rid of all the dialogue. It's like ding 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 ding. Pop up.
you know what it is? We all have that side to us, right? We all have a wild boy side, a fighting side, a crazy side, delusional side, or whatever side. So a lot of times we like to live vicariously through other people, and we do things. So like I always say to myself, I'm not a ratchet person, so that's why I watch ratchet TV. So because there's sometimes I want to do ratchet things, and sometimes I want to be petty and smack the shit out of somebody.
Yes.
Like, but I won't because I got stuff to lose and I have a right mind and stuff like that. So watching that kind of gets that out of me to where I'm like, yeah, smack the shit out of it, you know what I mean? Because I get involved with it. So I just feel like it's we all have that side that it kind of pulls out of. That's
The type of fight videos I love is when a bully is picking on somebody and they don't know that the person that they're picking on know how to fight. So the bullies start fighting the victim and the victim tear them to shreds. Or it be the video where the bully is picking on the victim and the victim's friend or cousin come through and terrorize the person. I like those kind of videos. It always
So you
is.
love all this stuff going on with Bad Boys Club.
Do I love it? No, I talk about bad boys, baddies, and baddies going wild because I get paid to. I don't naturally consume it on a regular basis.
No, I'm saying you like all the stuff because what all that you just described is going on in the season.
That don't happen. Not really. They fighting for no reason especially bad boys.
Bad Boys, they cut up. The way Banger came in there and turned their
I
ass
like how
up.
Banger came in.
Oh,
That was great.
He turned their ass up.
Revived the show.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he came in.
He brought it up. But the reason why I liked his entrance is because he knows Shotty, and Shotty had just got jumped. So when Shotty told Banger was like, "Oh, they jumped you,"
We finna tear that
and they
ass
went
up.
in and wrecked Shot.
Put everybody in the hospital.
Yes, indeed.
And to me, I think it broke everything up. It broke up some of them alliances.
Yeah. But I think you can learn a lot of stuff from that. That's kind of like my guilty pleasure because I actually like fully watched that whole thing. And when Banger came in, I was just like, damn. But I don't. You can learn like certain moves. You know, like really
Let me
quick.
tell you what it does, though. It always tells you to be on guard. First of all, we know what type of show it is. I don't understand how people go on these shows and these networks and they're just not prepared.
Yeah.
I feel like, what's the guy that hurt his arm? I feel like
Which one?
Which
They all
one?
heard
Which
that.
one?
the one that went home.
Paris.
Yeah, I feel
Paris.
like for real, he was there. He never
Talk to
really
the mic.
wanted
Talk to the
fight.
mic. Talk to the
He
mic.
never really wanted to fight. He was boosted up by somebody else
Yeah.
that should have just said, well,
he was
I'm your
funny.
friend, I'm going to fight. And he was one and done.
Yeah.
And he truly, seriously, he wanted to go home.
Yeah.
He was forgettable though. Like even while he was there, it wasn't. Even when they were talking about, oh, you did your big one. Did he though? Like,
Are you gonna interview any of them from Bad Boys?
Probably.
Oh, I would love that.
Spoken to a couple of them.
Should I help film?
But yeah, I was supposed to interview Banger, but he's not in Atlanta, so I don't know if I'm gonna do an online thing or not. But he
that'll be
watches the show, so
What
he,
up, Banger?
he asked me to review Bad Boys because I wasn't going to because
should.
I already do Baddies and Baddies Gone Wild. But then I started watching it and I started reviewing it, especially when he came on. He livened up the season.
I like Oliver too.
You said who?
he's too performative.
At
He
first,
is just very in your face though. It's very.
But my favorites are Banger, Shotty, and Link.
I like Stacey and what's the name? They got something going on. They like each other to me.
getting it out. A
Jonathan,
lot of the people from what I'm
It's pissing me
seeing.
off.
Stacey,
hilarious.
Stacey, I love it.
Aggravated the fuck out of me.
So we're not gonna get sidetracked.
Okay,
Topic
yeah,
number
yeah.
2.
That's just- that was good.
Why people post their lowest moments? Let's start from the left. Go to the right. Why do people post their lowest moments?
I feel like it could be two things, right? I mean, we live in a day and age of social media and clout and all of that stuff, and we do see that, you know, you know, that type of content does get the views, right? We all knows it, we all business. We rather click on the cheating and the beating up and the fighting videos versus then the nice, you know, giving out to homeless or whatever the case may be, you know, the nicer videos. So you have that moment so that, you know, people post to where they want the clout and the views. But also, again, from a last episode we talked about, I feel like some people, not everyone has a community. And sometimes you post stuff, your lowest moments, so that you can get feedback and commentary from other people that may be going through the same things. You know what I mean? And it may not always be your intent to help others, but sometimes posting those lower moments do help other people, right? Because it allows you to know that you're not the only one going through certain things, and you know there's a community within the trauma that you're in that y'all can kind of help and grow. So I mean, I just think it's two sides to why people post.
Kellington.
Well,
Pull the mic closer to you.
well, yeah, I hear everything that you're saying, but I have a particular friend. I hate to bring this up, but you know how some people get online, and every single time it's always something. It's like crying wolf, and then they say they're at their lowest moments, this and third. Then you see them out at the club, they doing this and the third, they having a good old time. But then they're gonna run back there online and talk about woe is me, while they're causing all this pain and all this stuff to themselves. And it's just like you see this ongoing type of situation. It's like a roller coaster. It's just keep on, you know. And it's like, dude, like at some point, like I have no sympathy for certain people because it's like y'all just doing too much and you playing in my face.
Gym shoes.
Sound like that chair giving quiet on the creek.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I feel like do what you want to do. I don't really care what people do. As long as you ain't like hurting nobody intentionally, live your life, do what you want to do. I ain't finna be posting all that emotional stuff. I am emotional and I share what you are. And if a post come out, then yeah. But I ain't finna just do that. I'm a private person, so. But I share too how I feel with people that I care about and that really means something to me. So.
I just would piggyback off of what King said. Sometimes a lot of individuals don't really have an outlet to pour out their woe is me's, and so sometimes they do it on social media to see if they can receive some kind of something from it, or on the latter, somebody like myself, I am a public figure, so I do it for the people that can gain some kind of experience and understand that they're not the only one going through it. Everybody goes through it. So everybody has a different reason for why they do it. Chris, why people post their lowest moments?
I totally agree. I think sometimes, unfortunately, it can be for that attention-seeking behavior. But on the other hand, I really appreciate people showing their vulnerability. Like, I want to know that, you know, you're having financial trouble with your house and how you navigated it, because it might help, you know, it might help me plan my finances better. There was this book that I read some years ago by Brene Brown, and I think it's called like The Art of Vulnerability. Okay. And she actually studies shame, right? So she actually has done research on how like humans, like how shame has so negatively affected like mankind, right? And her professional developments that she goes out to do, she actually teaches people to be more vulnerable and how it like helps them overall in their life. So I've tried to like do a lot of that too. I think over the years, like I've battled with depression to the point where like I had to go to a psychiatrist and get on medication. And I've shared some low moments online, not for attention-seeking purposes, but because I know that there are people that have been through really hard things in their lives and might be going through the same thing that I was going through, and that was the case. I had so many people that wanted to build community and that wanted, like networking opportunities. Like, hey, who's your person? Who's your therapist? Like, what did you do to get over this? So,
okay,
beneficial.
Mega.
I hear all that. Y'all delusional. y'all are delusional. And I think that they keep coming back and doing those the little boy who cried wolf stories and blah blah blah, because we feed into it and they get da. So they keep doing it and the stories get bigger and bigger and bigger. I do not necessarily feel sorry for these people. I can go down a list of people and y'all will be like, yeah, once they started in this field, that is their career, that is their life. They're always going through something. And the same thing you said, they out at the club, fronting and acting like they popping bottles, and the next week they crying. They got a drug issue over here. They got a problem with this person. They always always something. It's exhausting. If you are on your deathbed, then how do you have a chance to take a picture and post it on social media? How? Why? Why is that what your mind goes to? I gotta let my fans know I'm in the hospital, about to take my last breath. You a freaking liar.
Crazy.
I mean, I keep hearing something back to back. Some people's lives are something back to back. The thing about it is with social media, we're not commenting on the people that is just posting the greatness, right? No one's life is just great every day, right? So for someone else to post the bad, the thing about it is the people do post other things. We don't pay attention to it. We don't post when they're just posting regular things. We don't say nothing when we're posting that. We don't post when they're just posting a regular picture, not, make it a problem. But because, it is something that is society deems as something that's important, something that we take notice to, that's the stuff that we always nitpick. Some people deal with things differently, right? Yes, you might break up with somebody. Well, why is he doing this? Why he's doing that? Because that's how he does it, right? Some people fuck a lot of people after they break up. Some people cry in a corner. Some people go into drugs. There's a lot of different ways of how people cope. So I can't be mad that out of all 6 people here that Chris is the only one that's posting all his sorrows while everyone else is posting their wins. There's no difference in both of them. It's just they're posting their perspective.
Good way to
of
look
life.
at it.
And some people's perspective is shitty. Some people go after shit after, right before all these wins I've been having lately, I lost my car, I lost my house, I lost a whole bunch of different things. I lost people in my life. Deaths and people that, I didn't post it, but life was happening. Yeah. And to y'all may get, I'm tired of him going through that shit. I'm tired of going through this shit too, but it's happening to me.
Do something about it. What you have done is you keep making excuses. You're becoming a professional victim. Yep. The world is against you.
Because we're not
You
healed.
can't get no job. You can't do this. Let me tell you something, friend. If you stay your ass off of social media, posting about it, maybe you can solve some of these issues. I think a great example of this is listening to Monique's story, and I hate to keep bringing Monique up, Auntie Monique, but listening to Monique's story, I completely understand what she was going through, what she said, and that she stood on business. No problem with that. My issue is Monique. Girl, it's 10 years later. You still doing the same stuff, still got the same argument, still cussing and screaming and kicking online. Girl, you look the fool.
Because I feel like you talk as in everyone has a sane, healed, rational mind. You have to understand, vulnerability comes with, the last episode, it comes with irrational thoughts. It comes with emotional, you're emotional. You do things that you expect everyone to react a certain way because that's how you will react. And that the world doesn't experience, it's not experienced like that. Everyone grew up with different experiences to why they yearn for things. Some people had no attention in the house, that they crave the attention of their parents, so they crave it out now. The thing about it, social media is the way of life. It's not just something we do, right, on the side. It's the way of life. A lot of these kids that grew up, I didn't, right, because I'm 38, but a lot of these kids, this is their only life, right? A lot of their parents is out. They're not getting raised by nannies and nothing. They're getting raised by their phones, right? And we do this on a day-to-day where we compare our lives, right? I grew up, he got the nice shoes, he got this. I want to make sure that I look good at the first day of school. I want to make sure I got this. I want to make sure I got the J's, the nice coats, we call the North Face coats and all of that stuff like that. That's, you want it, but you kind of want it because of society. So all I'm saying is everyone handles things very differently, and you can't expect everyone, just because you will not post on your deathbed doesn't mean that the person that is posting on his deathbed has any negative intent by doing it. That's just his way of expressing how he feels.
I can agree with that, because to your point as well, what you post, it might be somebody that don't like that shit. Like, damn, all he do is post his body.
But I am bold enough to say that I am doing it for attention. Just say you're doing it for attention, and let's.
But why do they have to say it? Why do they have to say that?
That's what they do.
For you or who?
Because that's what they doing it for.
But why do they have to tell you that, hey, I'm posting this and I'm doing it for attention?
Going to social media seeking healing
or resources or any
There's so many people who do. There's so many people.
All right. We're going to get to topic 3 because we still got some to get through.
Lordy.
Fans who enjoy seeing people fall apart. Now, I don't have an enjoyment of seeing people fall apart. I don't know what that is. But I feel like maybe some of these people do exist. They living on a high horse. The life is beautiful for them. Oh, look at this. Okay, well, not my life, as he's drinking, drinking at the pool or whatever. But I will say that some people use a downfall or whatever to gain, money from it, to gain some kind of notoriety. Case in point, now I don't know how true this is. Y'all can let me know if y'all know about it or y'all seen it. Apparently, on the Neighborhood Talk, there was this woman that was crying up a storm, black woman, crying up a storm because she said she's about to give birth to her fifth child, and she said that the doctor is saying that she's going to die during birth. Now, when you look at the comments, the people are saying, do not believe this woman because she has lied before, and she out here trying to get money from y'all. She is not going to die, this, that, and the third. So I do think that there are those people that, I think we talked about it on the prior video about pulling on people's heartstrings to receive something, and shame on those folks. But does anyone here enjoy seeing people fall apart?
I think it's a thing, though. I don't know that I enjoy saying it. I always question why, when people are going through their deepest, darkest moments, that, of course, why do they post? But I also wonder why, a lot of the society, gets down in the comments and we're so hard on them. I can disagree and not think you should post it, but I don't know that I have the energy to invest in getting on there. You dumb, you whatever. It takes a whole nother life form. Mm-hmm. And I think even when I was a part of like different men's groups and I would see that activity happening, I would remove myself. But I also think that how you treat people, how you show up, all those things play a big part in that. And if you constantly come off with an arrogant attitude or an elitist attitude, then I do think that when you do slip, the people are going to be there to catch it, and they're going to push it. They're going to push that narrative. There's some big stuff going on in social media now where this guy has a reputation, and it's bad. I think every day I'm seeing a new video, a new clip, a new think piece, and I think it's bad. It's just, it's getting ugly.
Yeah. All right.
Can I say this? I don't enjoy seeing people fall apart, but I do. Sometimes people do need to fall apart. Yeah. But just about the way they treat people, and I think we living in a generation. It's like being a horrible person is such a common thing. Hell, I might want to get my popcorn and just watch you fall apart because you deserve that shit by the way you treat people. Because I would never.
That's what I was gonna say too. I said it's certain people that you do want, right? Because I want Trump to fall apart, right? I would enjoy that, right? I would enjoy when stuff like, I enjoy when, not enjoy, but there's certain people that you don't want out here doing certain things. So there's certain downfalls that you would enjoy. But I simply said, there's a statement where people don't want you to do better than them. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where this stems from, where people enjoy it, right? Because people are watching it and it's like, oh, good. I'm not the only fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm not the only one going bad. I'm glad he's going bad, especially when someone's at their height and is succeeding. It is like because they were doing better than me anyway. So now I know he's out my level. So I think there's a lot of that as well.
I think that's a bad attitude to have, though. For me, shame on people that feel that way, that think that way. I've never to this day, and I'm 45, beautiful years old, I've never to this day saw something that I did not like and then commented on it. Like, as if my opinion matters. Like, I'm on someone else's channel, they're doing something that I think is disgusting or whatever, I just move on. I never felt that I should leave a comment or I should care that deeply, because I have my own social media, I do my own things, and I don't give it that much energy.
But isn't that one thing that makes the world beautiful? Because if we all thought one way or the same way, it would be a boring ass world, right?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of violence. I'm not a fan of disrespect. I'm not a fan of like hurting people. I'm not a fan of sadness. I'm not a fan of depression. I'm not a fan of all of the woes of the human beings, right? Yeah. And so I would love for peace to just be it. I would love for that to be. I don't know what world y'all want to live in, but if I lived in a world where HIV wasn't a thing, if I lived in a world where people was healthy, I would feel amazing. But I would be pleasantly happy with that. So I don't need to see the wars and the people getting shot up and killed and all of the things to feel like, oh my God, life is really exciting.
We do. That's how we appreciate life. That's how we appreciate how blessed we are. If we couldn't be good without bad.
I definitely see both points, right? But I think the hard part about this is if you're still going through the same exact things, you're not getting any resolve. We're steady going. The internet people are mean to you. They trolling you. Mental health is a real thing, and you're saying that you have all these problems. Adding more to that, isn't that something to just the straw to break the camel back? If you steady going through stuff, and then the people on social media are not, because people are not nice.
Sure.
They lashing into you for every comment that you get. Oh my God, we're so sorry. You get 5 people that say, look at his stupid, it's up here crying, looking stupid. Sure. This is what you get.
Yeah.
Topic number 4, is shame now a marketing tool? I believe it is. For a lot of people, because you are able to receive and gain something from it, just depending on who your audience is or who just so happens to see your video at that particular time. Kellington, how do you feel? Do you think shame is
definitely
now
a marketing tool? That's why a lot of people have. I'm sorry, y'all. First off, I hate to come out and be just the one that's just like saying stuff just like
like you're the mean one.
Yeah, because like I do think the way that you guys think. You know what I mean? I'm a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. Like I just feel like some people, yeah, they use it to their advantages and they go out there and GoFundMe this and that and the third and my kids and this and then third. Or you have people I'm a victim to giving people money on the corner all the time. But you've had people like on the corner that, you know what I'm saying, they got cell phones and this and the third and, you know, eating good. Man, yeah, it's definitely trying to be shameful and putting it out there, and is definitely a marketing tool for sure.
Yeah. All right. Topic 5. Can you recover after going viral for the wrong reason? From our right to our left. Let's speak on it.
Yeah, I think you can. I think one of the things is my advice to you guys who go viral for negative things. Stop going in the comments and stop responding. Just let it run its course. I promise you there will be another salacious story coming around the bend. A lot of times y'all want to jump in, defend, and go back and forth with these people. It only makes it worse.
Sir?
Absolutely you can recover, but to many of you all's point, that's honestly where you get all the clicks is the drama, the what
Did you recover?
Anger. Did I recover? I am still recovering. No, it wasn't that bad to me.
What are we talking about here?
Well, you said he went viral earlier.
Well,
the post.
Yeah.
Monique. Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? I am kind of upset that's why I went viral. And I've released an app, and I released the book.
That's how it goes.
All this.
That's okay. Yeah.
I teach the kids and do the community
stuff.
And now it's like I have one conversation about Monique, and it's everybody.
Yeah,
it's fine. I take it. But I wish there was more positivity that was attractive instead of the rigmarole.
Yeah. Can you recover after going viral? Yes, you can. I've had my public situation happen, and you know, I'm still living life every day. And I will go, I'll only speak about what I know, right? And everybody knows I lost my film app. I could have been on here crying, carrying on. Because if you really know me, film is my life, my heart, my whole being. And so when that was gone and I didn't have the option of doing it anymore, the way that I was doing it, I could have just succumbed and just been down and out and, oh my God, what's happening? This and the third. But we live in a real world. Well, this is my perspective, not everybody's perspective. We live in a real world where no matter what you're going through, you're still going to have to pay bills. No matter what you're going through, things are still going to have to get done. No matter what you're going through, you're still going to have to figure out how to get to the next day. And when there's a will, there's a way. And WesternFriends.com is up and running, baby. And it's really, really popular. It's doing really good on Google for gay travel. So, yeah. Just make things happen for yourself. That's all you got to do. Gym Shoes, can you recover after going viral for the wrong reason?
I'm not sure because I don't go viral for the wrong reasons or the right ones. I am interested to see how the people that does porn, like the mass performers, I want to see how they gonna recover from going viral.
For being exposed.
I think like three or four people this week.
Yeah, this ain't the first time Mass Band have been exposed. People know what he looked like.
He was handsome. That's the first time I saw him, though.
He's a beautiful man.
Very handsome.
He's a very nice man, too.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He seemed like it. And I would... You look like you giving like Fat Rabbit a little bit today. Yeah, it's
You are so stupid. First of all, you are so stupid, and second of all, he does not look like Fat Rabbit.
I said he's giving.
Just because they both have dreads or the braided hair or locks or whatever you call them, that's where that's coming from.
He's just giving me Fat Rabbit.
You are so silly. You are so silly. Sir, can you recover after going viral for the wrong reason?
I think so, especially with time. So with time, I think you can definitely recover.
All right. And King.
I'm gonna be on the opposite end. Of course, everything's possible. So yes, it's possible, right? But can you recover after going viral? I don't think so, right? Because in this time, right, Lil Mama still, you know, can't get a break, right? We got a lot of people. I know, you know, certain content creators that still, you know, can't, you know, whatever they're pursuing, if it's acting or if it's you know, relationships, if it's certain perspectives that they're trying, they can't recover from that. I know other people that, you know, since we talk about Bad Boys, Relly B was trying to get something, a more legitimate scripted show on Netflix, and they turned him down because it became a liability of him being, you know, I know Nene, it's hard for her to get work out here because of her reputation of being hard to work with and stuff like that. So I think when you go viral for these reasons, it's really hard, especially in the society that we live in today, because we hold it to you, we hold you to that gun no matter what. You can come, you could be Mother Teresa tomorrow, but we're still gonna say, hey, do you remember when you was on that pole? You know what I'm saying? So I don't see it often.
There's a good perspective.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting perspective, but I think that you grouped a lot of things, a lot of different circumstances. Nene's situation is a little bit different, right? We know who kind of is backing these TV and radio stations. We know this. We don't need to say, but we know who is backing them. And when you go against them, I mean,
no,
it's like playing in my face and then want me to pay your rent.
To the meat and potatoes of things.
Yeah,
I was just giving a general perspective of just things going wrong and things not happening. So we could get off of Nene and go back to Lil Mama.
Yeah, like Lil Mama, that's a great example.
You know, that went viral of her going on stage, but she's still to this day, right? They just had a post on the blogs talking about something, oh, we need to give her a break, right? Because something about, you know, she was right or something.
She's still working.
Yeah,
but not in the light that she was, right? It's not the question is, can you recover, and recover can mean anything.
But when was Lil Mama ever that girl? No offense to Lil Mama, I love her.
That's just my perspective.
She was a decent.
Like, yeah,
she had
one or two, three.
One or two.
She had that good single.
She still had her prime. She still was in her prime, and that messed up her prime. That's just one perspective.
I'm still trying to figure out who is that same person as Bow Wow.
You are so ridiculous. What I will say though,
on stage, yeah.
What I will say though is that I understand what you're saying from that perspective, because yes, before that happened and she went on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia off keys, her life just completely like stopped. It was halted. Halted after that. And I don't think that we've ever seen, because whether or not she was never that girl per se, she was in the limelight.
She was in the limelight.
Once she did that, we never saw her again. And so yes, she's still working cool, but not at the light or at the
where she was. Especially at that time, she should be way bigger now.
I think that was more of her social, her mental. Her mental
she had a lot of stuff going on.
From that. Talking about y'all going too deep into the people that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the principle of the recovery.
You're basically saying that because of her situation coming on stage, that she was just blackballed and she couldn't recover.
Because she was.
That is that's not what happened.
If my goal is
that's what happened.
Yes, because if my goal is to be a famous rapper, right? And not just because I can put out music and not be nothing, right? And still be. But if my goal is to have that fame and fortune, and then that stops, and that yes, I can still work, I can still get booked at shows. But if I'm not charting or I'm not doing these shows, if BT is not calling me, I'm sorry, if BT is not calling me, if the Grammys is not calling, none of this is happening, then yes, you are blackballed.
She's an actress too, though.
Lil Mama.
Name her movie.
Lil Mama.
Okay, let's have
Lil Mama. Let me just tell you something, young lady, beautiful lady. What you could have done is simply came out and said, hey, y'all, Jay-Z, you an icon, blah, blah, blah. I apologize. I did something that was crazy. I was in the moment. I really apologize. You could have set up a meeting with him. You could have smoothed this over. Smoothing it over with him, the fans were going to follow. We have no reason to just hate you. We all looked at that and it was cringy. We said, what is she doing? However, we have no reason to hate you. This is not the end of the world. It's not like you went out and shot somebody.
But it was for her.
It's something that you could have come over.
She's a laughing stock of the community.
All we needed you to be is be vulnerable and be real about the moment. There are a lot of people that were your age that would have done the same thing. Girl, you could have gotten past that. It's all the other stuff.
All right. Moving on. We are going to get into Bold and Blunt. Bold and Blunt is a segment where y'all pour into us and we pour into you and we give our Bold and Blunt.
I feel bad for the girl.
Chris, can you read for Chris?
Yeah, dear Culture Club, my name is Chris. I am 56 years old. I live in Texas, and I'm starting to feel like I am not in the career I was meant to be in. I've worked hard my whole life. I've paid bills, handled responsibilities, showed up when I didn't feel like it, and did what I had to do to survive. But lately, I keep asking myself, is this it? I'm grateful to have a job, but I don't feel fulfilled. I don't wake up excited. I don't feel challenged in the right way. I feel like I've spent so much time doing what was safe that I never really chased what I wanted. And being a gay man in Texas hasn't always made that easier. Sometimes I feel like I've had to shrink parts of myself just to be accepted, respected, or left alone. Now I'm older, and I don't want to keep living small, but I'm also scared. I can't see over your head. At 56, do I start over? Do I go back to school? Do I switch careers? Do I accept where I am and be thankful? I don't want to make a reckless move, but I also don't want to wake up at 66 still feeling stuck. Culture Club, be bold and blunt with me. Is it too late for me to change my career path, or am I using age as an excuse because I'm afraid to try? Because right now, I don't feel finished. I feel like I'm finally ready to become who I should have been.
Can I answer this? Because I feel like I'm kind of going through that right now. I'm in my 40s, and I've been at my job for like 13 years, and almost every day I think about what am I doing? The monotony of it all. And I make some really, really good money in my job, but it's like, what am I scared of? I always say I hold on to my job because of the benefits, and they are great. But what if something is greater? Like, to think about quitting your job every day, and even if I did, I've been working since I was 11 years old. I just want to just relax maybe for like 6 months to a year and figure it out. But you do have to have a plan. You do have to pray. You do have to surround yourself with people that can uplift you and let you know that you can do it, because without dreams, what will we be, right? So think about it, plan, or sometimes you just got to take that risk, because I think like some years ago, one department just got completely, they like everybody go and gave them severance packages. For some people, it was devastating, but for some people, they developed their own business. They got that push. We are not solely based on one way off a job. So sometimes if you feel like, and you can't stop thinking about it, just do it, take that risk, but also have a plan. Don't be stupid. And your 401 should be kind of lit at 56, because mine is.
All right, you pushed it, brother.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of older people, like in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, who have lived all the lives, right? And the number one thing that I always hear is like the regret thing. Like, I wish I would have taken this trip. I wish I would have dated this person. I wish I would have married this person, or not married at all. I wish I would have quit my job and started my own thing. You don't want to live your life with that kind of regret. And it's easier said than done, because like I appreciate the stability that a 9-to-5 gives me, gives me the good pay, and I know my bills are going to be paid next month. I know that if I break my leg, I can go to the doctor. But we only live this life once, as far as we know, right? And the onus is on us to live the type of life that we need to live. Like, nobody is going to live, like Wes is not going to live Chris's life. Like, you might wish best for me, but it's up to us. And I think that is true at any age.
Sir?
I'm agree with everyone, but I'm gonna take this a little bit different. So it's the mindset, right? It's the wording of the whole thing. It's the way that you're looking at it, right? And so what I've noticed, what I've learned in my journey is when you put those mental blocks,
your brain stops, right? If you tell yourself no, and you doubt yourself, your brain just stops right there and it doesn't do no more.
Yeah.
So instead of asking, damn, do I start over? Oh my God, and even to what you were saying, like, wanting to quit every day, instead of try changing your mindset to asking God, in your case, or everyone don't believe in God, but in your case, asking God, what do I do next, right? If you ask these questions, like these open-ended questions, then that just leaves your brain and your mind to wander. And the thing is, a lot of us have the answers for ourselves already because we live our lives and we know what we want deeply, but we get so distracted from all the societal things in life and friends and family and trying to please and trying to do everything else but just live for yourself. So my advice to you is, because no matter what we tell you, you're going to still do what you're going to do. You're still going to be scared to change. You're still going to, try to work on your mindset and the perspective of what you're looking at and how you're looking at it, and ask, open-ended questions to yourself so that you can develop better answers instead of closing it off by just being scared and what is this and all of that stuff like that. That's what I was just saying.
Kellington.
Well, I agree with what everybody said, but I really think that if you are feeling like you're not happy in your life, I feel like the first thing you need to do is to figure out what it is that's going to make you happy. And I feel like that's one of the hardest things that we all go through, is finding out what is our purpose while we're here and what is going to make me happy. We go to work every day. Like you said, we have good jobs, we're paying our bills, we're doing so forth and so on. But we all have an inner calling. There's something inside your spirit that sometimes it just speaks to you and it tells you, it guides you, and it tells you, like, when you're not comfortable in this space, your spirit speaks to you, and you just got to be still sometimes and just let God work and let him talk to you, and just sometimes you just have to just put your hands up and just let God lead you. But I think that if you're having this feeling, I think the most important thing is the worst thing would be for you to just jump into something and not be happy with the second thing you do. You know what I'm saying? And you don't did all this and you don't
spiral down.
You know, spiral downwards. But it's so important to really do that really deep rooted work to find out what it is that's going to make you happy. And I also think that for me, I feel like what makes people mostly happy is when they're in a giving type of service, when you're giving to someone, when you're pouring back. So we're here to give and to serve one another. So I feel like a lot of times that's what people just don't realize. Like, I'm here to service. We're here to service each other in some way, some form. That is our gift. You need to find out what that gift is for your service to help the next person.
Not in this generation.
That's why we're here to help, and that's why we are where we are right now.
I just want to say, I love it when Kellington speaks.
Me too.
He's very soft-spoken. He doesn't really speak loudly on Culture Club. Sometimes he's very reserved. But when the brother speaks, he speaks. You had said something that really resonated with me, because that's exactly how I feel. When I was working, getting 6 figures, had the insurance, blah, 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 9 to 5, I was not happy. I wanted to quit every
I envy you.
day.
I want to tell you that right now. I do.
Appreciate you.
I do.
Appreciate
Because you doing, man, listen.
And so
Y'all want.
when I got into, when I lost my job, like somebody said, when you lose your job, you find a new pathway or whatever. That it forced me to find a new pathway, but I didn't want to go back to a space where I hated where I worked and I didn't want to go. And so I went into film, was happy in film. And then when film was crashing down, I'm like, what can I do where I could be happy? I want to be happy doing whatever it is that I do. And so then I got into travel because I love traveling. And now here we are almost a year later, and I got over 250 people coming on a cruise.
But did you even think that did you think that traveling, like, for that gateway, that segue from film to travel, like, how,
I didn't know that it would be this big for me this year. I just knew that I had the potential to make it this big because of my public notoriety, and I know more people now, the outreach that I have. I'm like, this can work. And I feel like we as gay men do want to travel, and we do want to travel with each other. Right. Some of us don't have a lot of friends. There's so many solo sailors on this cruise that could not find someone to go with, but they braved it out and were like, I'm gonna go anyway because it's gonna be fun. And I got the WhatsApp group chat, and all of these solo sailors are meeting with each other, communicating in the WhatsApp group chat. So now when they go on the cruise, they were like, yo, what up, bud? So it's a beautiful thing. But I think you just hit the nail on the head when you said you have to be happy in whatever you choose to do. And it could be whatever you choose to do. There's so many different ways to make money, but I feel like don't leave one thing sad and depressing, go to another thing and still be sad and depressed. We only have one life to live, and so be happy living that life.
Can I just say, I agree with the happy, but my spiritual mentor just recently told me the problem with this world and why we go through so much stuff is because we are chasing happiness and not joy. And so happiness is always another side to happiness, and happiness is meant to be broken, right? It's meant to be, once you're happy, there's a chance for you not to be happy. Yeah. But what she told me was that once you're joyous, right, it doesn't, nothing that happens bad can stop it, right? Yeah. You still have the rejoice inside of you. You still have that thing. So she was like, stop chasing happiness and acquire joy, and you'll realize how your life changes.
Does social media,
to put that out there.
Does social media tarnish what our version of happiness could be, though?
Oh yeah, it shapes it. Yeah,
it does, right?
You have to really be a strong-minded person in order for not. You have to really be in your P's and Q's, boy, for not to mess you up.
Yeah. And I also want to speak on what you said about serving the people. I have surmised for myself that my whole goal in living where we are, how we are in this plane of existence as we are right now is to serve my community. My community is Black and gay. There aren't a lot of, growing up, there weren't a lot of people that served us in a positive way. And so that's why I always get passionate about people thinking that the cabin trips are just F trips and all of the stereotypes and all of that stuff, because I pride myself in providing a great service to my people, i.e. Culture Club, i.e. A Connection TV, i.e. ACTVPLUS, i.e. Western Friends. None of what I do is wrapped in the negative stereotype of our people, because I know that we can do more and better. Did you want to wrap up?
Chris, I think that we're human and we should be constantly growing and evolving. I think you're at a point where you're bored with the regular monotony or things that you used to do, that you've been doing, and you seeking something different. And I do think that a lot of this has to do with the way that we were raised. We were raised to go to school, make good grades. It was like this pattern that was designed, and it was supposed to get us happiness or joy or whatever. And a lot of us get in these positions and we're like, I'm not happy. You know, I got my degree in one thing, but however, I don't work in that now. And I think that we are scared. We do fear the unknown, but you do have to have a level of faith. Jobs, we've been taught that jobs and careers give us a false sense of security, and they're not. They can fire you, or you can get, you know, anything can happen at any time and you'll be out. Take a chance on yourself. You're the person that is gonna, you know, do the work for yourself. Start a business. I got a homeboy who has all the degrees. He went to college, he graduated, but he has not worked for anyone in a really, really long time. And it's so inspiring to me. Every other day, he's coming up with a new business venture, and I see these things coming to life. Like, he'll just be like, ooh, blah, blah, blah. And he'll be like, oh, I went and bought the van today, or I went and bought this. Yeah. He is investing into himself. And while I'm at work, listening to someone else, making somebody else's dreams come true, he is making his dreams come true and creating, you know, wealth for his family.
Well, I'll say this, King, what you said actually really stood out. And I think, Chris, maybe what you should do is make a list, and make a list that one side is things that make you happy, but then the other side is things that make, that brings you joy. Because when I think about joy and things that make me happy, when I was on that cabin trip and I cooked and I served people, that was pure joy for me. Like, to be able to provide a service for people, to make sure that their drinks were filled, to make sure that you need another plate, come and get some more, you know, how's it tasting? So I love, like, giving. That, like, really brings me joy. So that kind of actually helped me as far as going into the direction that if I do quit my job, I need to focus on the things that will bring me joy and not just make me happy, because that can be tarnished in so many different ways. So that was dope.
One last thing for Chris. I'm sorry. Chris, don't, like, just wake up and quit your job now. Right. Prepare. Think about, like these gentlemen said, think about what you want to do. Think about what you happy. Once you make that decision, stand on business. But don't just make no irrational decisions without thinking it through.
Yeah. He gonna write it next week like, I quit y'all and it's not working.
I'm here like, all right. Chris, you can stay with me.
Story time. What don't we know about you? I'm gonna give it to Kellington.
You got to pass on me because I can't think right now. But.
King.
Yeah, I got Kellington scared to tell stories now. He should tell us stories
about you.
Give us a story time.
What don't we know about you? I don't know. I mean, so it's not like a bad thing, or it's just I'm just telling you where I'm at right now. I haven't argued in maybe close to a year now with anybody, anything, or anything like that. And that's intentionally, right? I decided that peace was my new goal, right? Before I wanted to be this, I wanted to be that, a business owner, a this, a media, this, a this and that and third. And I realized that that was all surface levels to the real goals in life, right? And what would actually help me accomplish those things. And so peace is something that I really am focused on in my life right now. So yeah, that's all I want to say.
All right.
I like
What
that.
else to say?
Choosing peace. Like, I love that.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of Culture Club. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right. Like we do on every episode, we are going to reintroduce ourselves from our right to our left. Say your name and who is the sexiest OnlyFans model to you and why. Only name one person.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Megabody, and I'm going to say myself.
All right.
Hey guys, my name is Chris and Viral Bro. I don't know any OnlyFans people. I'm sorry.
I don't know her either.
I don't
know.
watch those things.
I don't watch those things. What's going on? I am Wes, and I'm gonna butcher his name but I think it is Sookie.
Oh, you like Sookie?
That man is fine to me. Okay, and that's the only person that matters in this. It's me. Okay, and he was the personality and everything was so warm and just.
Oh, you met him?
Yes.
Yeah.
we did meet.
It was
we did. We had a great experience. It was phenomenal. To me, like even to this day, he doesn't do it anymore. But and neither do I. But he is. That man is fine. Oh Jesus! But he was so beautiful.
What was so great about him though?
The fact that he looks the way that he looks and he doesn't act arrogant, he doesn't act cocky, he's not, he don't know that he's fine and that, and he just, he was just naturally like talkative and like, once I realized he wanted to get me the business, I was like, oh baby, we can talk now. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Oh, he
Can we talk?
He what?
He said, gave you the business?
Yes.
For a minute.
Yes.
Shit, that's what's up. That's what's up, Curtis.
Yeah, he met Curtis. Yeah, he did. Sir?
What's up, y'all? It's Tyrese Gym Shoes. I'm going to go with Fat Rabbit.
You said what?
Fat Rabbit.
Go Fat Rabbit.
That's why you was allured with him. Yes. Okay.
This is your boy Kellington, and one of the sexiest guys on OnlyFans for me would have to be, is it Marshall Price?
Oh, he is. He got a big thing and a big bag.
Ooh, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is big.
Booty was not that.
He like 6
It
something.
ain't used to be like.
I don't know what he did to that booty, but that thing is stinging now.
I think it was.
What's going on?
Well,
No,
he
he
is a good choice, but you're sexy too.
Oh, thank you.
My name is King. I don't know OnlyFans people as well, so I'm gonna just say my cast members. I guess I don't know.
All right.
That's a look.
You had said something that made me wonder. This real quick before we walk off this thing. Do you, and be honest,
Kellington.
think that you can take Fat Rabbit Killer?
CORDAE. Gerard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Baby, listen here. Let me tell you, because right now, at this current time that we are right now, Fat Rabbit Killer is the only one that can make me yak, 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 yak. When I watch the adult stuff, Fat Rabbit, yak, yak, yak. I would.
What are you saying?
To come.
Oh, he can make you.
Yeah.
He the only person?
Yeah, because I can't watch everybody nowadays. I can't. I'm so desensitized
I do
to
like
the
his
concept of
content
sex
is lit.
and just the adult industry because I've been in it for so long. But like
His
Fat Rabbit
angles.
Killer can.
It's his angles, his clarity. That he knows what he's
I
doing.
like it when the men can take him.
But he don't just pound them in too. He
wanna see
He
that.
take his time. You know what I'm saying?
I like scenario situations. That's what gets me off. 'Cause
I like
fucking is fucking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I
Yeah.
like scenario. I like to know
off.
how, why, and what. That's what gets me off.
Kellington, he said he could take Fat Rabbit Killer.
I said I would. I didn't say I could.
Ooh.
Hey.
Anyways, thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. All right.
Welcome to Culture Club.
I said I would. I'll try it.
What we say, what we mean. Bold and blunt in the room, you know what it is.